hot. Look at her.
I mean, you ain't wrong. That's a good looking model. And they show her and you're just like, oh, she got fucking presents.
Yeah. And then she talks and you're like, oh, fuck, she's mean.
I get it, though. She's the war chief. She kind of had to, I'm sure, get rid of any and all feelings she had ages ago.
She needs to kill. I saw him kill a corrupted machine himself. And you know how he did it? Not with weapons. He called it a bitch and fat, and then it died.
He said that it was nothing more than a clown until it shrunk.
Oh. He kept on showing him pictures of the clown emoji, and that motherfucker suicided.
Suicided.
Where's she going?
You saw the new It movies, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that ending on the second one was pretty shitty, right?
It remind me.
Where they're just calling him a clown and saying that he's not scary, and he just shrinks into a little thing. And like a little, like, it almost looks like an inflatable little doll. And they just reach in and grab his heart and tear it out.
Yeah. That does suck. I'm trying to remember how it worked in the original movie.
The one with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I don't quite remember. I know when they were kids, they did the whole like what they imagined to be real was real. So the dude with the inhaler said that it was battery acid or something, like burned the shit out of him.
Really? I don't remember that.
But that was when they were kids. That was the first time they killed him. I think when he was the spider, they had like slingshots and they shot like rocks through him or something. It's been a long time.
I'm also trying to like cross compare it with the book.
Oh yeah. Every version of that has had something different going on with it. It's fucking weird.
Like at least in the second movie, they had the connection to the book about the spiritual aspect of it.
A little bit, yeah.
And how it was like an ancient creature. It didn't come from Earth.
Yeah. I just wanted to see a giant fucking turtle though, man.
Yes, dude. I wanted to see that. I wanted fucking Bill to astral project, talk to that cosmic turtle, and like learn how to like connect his mind to it in order to like paralyze it.
Yeah.
And then kill it by overwhelming it psychically. Like
that would have been fucking cool, but
that would have been fucking cool to see. But I think that would have probably gone over people's heads.
Oh yeah.
And also not seemed what's the word? Like I don't know, satisfying or like epic.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because I guess the amount of time they would have to spend establishing how I don't know, powerful someone would need to be in order to do something like that.
Yeah, like there's a reason that book's a fucking 1,100 pages or whatever.
Yeah.
So trying to get all that done in a 2-hour movie or whatever is a little fucked up. So I get where some of those changes came from, but like, I don't know, still didn't quite seem super great all the time. The first one I liked though, when the
first part of the new movie.
Yeah, when they were kids.
I liked how they made the two of those characters gay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
which they like kind of got into but didn't, but then at the end of the second one they kind of go into that a little bit more and kind of reveal that.
Yeah. But it'd be difficult to establish like the characters as gay when they were kids.
I'm not here.
Without being really explicit, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Not even visually, but just saying like one kid saying to the other one like, "Oh, I love you" in a romantic way.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
It's different when they're adults.
Like the best they could do is like have implications and stuff. which I don't know, appreciate, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice take on it for sure.
But then when one of them died at the end, and then
yeah,
and then what's his face was just crying for like 6 hours.
Oh no, this dude that I love that I never got to tell is dead.
Yeah,
I'm over it. Yeah, that was Bill Hader.
He got married to, like, you know, an incarnation of his mom. Meanwhile, I was lonely my entire life and had a career where I got to be mean to people.
Pretty much, yeah. That part's been consistent though with the book, and then the different live action takes on it, where he still ends up dead.
Yeah. Please no one catch me. Please no one catch me.
But, like, and I don't know if this is interesting to anybody except us right now, but I remember the first time going through the book. It was after I'd seen the live action thing with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew where that was going. And then obviously the new one, like, I knew where that was kind of going, just kind of based on generally knowing the idea of the story. But going through the book the first time, I didn't realize it was going to be, like, the third fucking chapter where that dude kills himself in the bathtub. And I was like, oh, they get into this shit right away.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, okay.
Man, I thought that was so sad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That dude was so fucking terrified.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, I'd be too.
Yeah,
I'd
this shit was
fucking scared.
traumatizing as fuck.
And imagine like leaving town, living your entire life, forgetting about it, and then getting a letter, and then being like, oh, that's right, we fought a fucking interdimensional monster when we were kids. Yeah,
and like everything just comes back to you all at once, and you're like, oh, that's some heavy shit to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And you're like, I made a promise to go back, and I won't be able to live with myself if I, don't go back. But if I go back, I'm probably gonna die. So I'm just gonna kill myself.
Yeah. It'll be easier in the long run if I just kill myself.
It's fucking heavy shit, dude.
That really is. And I'm pretty sure that book came out during Stephen King's heavy coke phase.
I hope so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I hope so.
But anyway, probably enough about talking about a fucking book.
No, dude. That book was fucking cool, man.
Like, yeah, I fucking loved it, but like, I don't know.
I can't believe I fucking...
Like, is that gonna be fun for people listening? No, they just talk about it for a while.
I truly do not give a shit. If they care or not.
So in that case then, I've only read 2 Stephen King books. It was that one and Pet Sematary.
Yeah, I only ever read it.
I liked Pet Sematary too. That was a good one.
I saw a little bit of the movie a long time ago, like the original movie.
The original one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the original one. I've only seen the newer one they had with John Lithgow in it.
John Lithgow?
Yeah, he plays the old man neighbor guy.
Huh.
And like, he was good in it, because John Lithgow's fucking good. Movie wasn't super great though.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so weird, because in the book, most of everything that happens like really quickly.
In the book.
Yeah. So like, the things that kind of build up to where it all goes to are just like in the course of a chapter or two. I'm gonna try to phrase this. So you'll just have like a lot of, oh shit, you're about to die. You'll have a lot of shit that leads up to something, like creating, like world building, kind of creating atmosphere, creating tensions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then the actual big, like, major points are like, here's a chapter where this big shit happens. Here's a few chapters where a few things don't happen. We're just kind of building up the tension. Something big happens, nothing happens for a while, and then something big happens. It's just kind of like main bullet points with a lot of, I guess you could just kind of say what feels in some cases like, just like emptiness in between it.
Sounds like you're trying to describe filler.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word filler, but it feels like that a lot when you're reading it. At least it did to me. But then I watched the movie, the new one, and because it didn't have all that shit in there to like build that tension, and it just kind of stuck with those major points and just made the movie off of that, I'm like, oh, no, you actually miss a lot of shit when you don't get those other aspects that I thought were just kind of filler, like that actually really does make the story. So it's just kind of a weird thing to think of like, oh, this didn't feel like it was necessary when I was reading it.
But what are they missing?
I think it really was just a matter of just like kind of the world building of it and just kind of getting an idea of, like, you'll have scenes in the book where the old man and the main character, the father, are just like sitting around talking and drinking about shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, whatever, it seems kind of fillery. But then in the movie, it's like the family moves in, they meet the old guy, suddenly they're just friends, and then bad shit happens. And you're like, oh, well, you don't really get that connection at that point to actually see kind of how close they were, and then kind of get this like friendship that they actually had to make the events that take place a little bit more like meaningful or whatever.
Oh.
So I don't know. It was just kind of a weird experience to have that.
Yeah.
Of like, no, this was actually really necessary.
I wonder how much consideration there was for stuff like that when they were writing the screenplay for the movie.
Everyone else does.
I don't know, because as far as I know, from things that I've read, I think the first movie, the original movie, was kind of similar in that regard too. That it just kind of cut a lot of that shit out.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably kind of like it, that there's only so much you can do without making a movie 4 hours long.
Yeah.
That no one's gonna fucking go to a theater and sit through. Because it's not Marvel.
Oh God, dude.
To be fair, though, I think from seeing things online, I think even the fans of Marvel movies are still just like, these things are 3 fucking hours long.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope Marvel fans are like actually critiquing the movies instead of just eating it up.
I feel like I've seen stuff like that. I know people didn't like Eternals.
Yeah, I heard that people don't like that one. I haven't seen it yet though, so I have no idea why.
Yeah, I haven't either. And they didn't like Captain Marvel, I know that.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the one with Brie Larson.
I like that one.
I did too, but a lot of people don't like her, so I think that just kind of killed it for a lot of people.
Why don't they like her? She's good.
I don't know, people don't like her.
She can talk and move and look.
She's conventionally attractive enough to get your eyes on screen for 2 hours.
You can see that she has feelings as a character. It's good.
It was so weird seeing her start to get these kind of roles and like get big. Because I remember watching United States of Terra.
Yeah.
When she was still fairly young, and I was like, "Oh, this girl's really good. Like, I like her. I think she's a good actress." And then you start seeing stuff like that. She's like in the fucking Nissan commercials, and she's doing Marvel shit. And you're like, "Oh, like you actually, you fucking came up.
Oh, girl, you did some.
Like, good for you."
You did your thing. And now people are complaining about you.
Yeah, you've grown up enough now to get haters.
The rest of the killers are camped inside a ring of metal.
A ring of metal.
Ring of metal.
Damn them.
Do you know what that means?
The ring of metal lies in the room.
How has no one used that for like a
That
fucking like 3-day metal fest?
I will return to the nation.
Because they have blood
Dare
stock
them to make an exception.
And the Maryland Death Fest and Roadburn and shit.
and download.
Oh god, I haven't thought of download in ages.
The only reason I know about download is because that the strapping young lad live.
Oh yeah,
live
that was
DVD
from download,
from
wasn't
there.
it?
Yeah.
I'll send scouts ahead.
Is Wacken still running?
Will assemble at the cliff above Red Echo.
I don't know.
Open air.
Launch our attack.
I know there was a cruise ship metal tour fest thingy.
That sounds like a disaster.
I'm sure it is. Coheed was doing their own too.
What
The SS Neverender.
no.
It was like a week-long cruise that just had a bunch of bands on it performing, and
Coheed, no.
I think other shit, but
I don't want to be on a
remember.
boat with those people.
No, God, no, not especially not for a week.
Is Mike Todd still in the band? I know he left.
No,
He left and he came back.
I don't think he ever came back. I
Really?
thought that was just Josh.
I thought he came back for a little bit, but then got in trouble again for like robbing a pharmacy or something.
Oh, you're right. Actually, yeah, that's the yeah. You're right.
But Josh did leave and come back, and he's still there, I think.
Yeah, Josh is still there. Yeah, I think their bassist is whoever they got after when they started doing the Afterman stuff.
Oh,
I think it's still the same guy.
same guy, huh?
But I feel bad because I don't think I ever actually knew his name and definitely don't remember it now. But yeah, because I know Josh was gone when they did No World for Tomorrow.
Huh.
Because they used the Foo Fighters drummer for that.
Yeah.
And I think
Die Pig.
I think Mike was gone for that too. And then I think came back for Black Rainbow. And then was gone by the Afterman stuff. I think.
Look at this. This plant spawned inside of the fucking tree.
Yeah.